Well, that smells stinkery.
Let me see your identification. All right, men, load your weapons. Stop that ship! Faster! The Death Star plans are not in the main computer. Open the blast doors! Open the blast doors! Look, there! Give me regular reports, please. Right. Do you know what's going on? Maybe it's another drill. It's them! Blast them!
Solo voglio bancheggiare. No cambiato apoyo.
We don't need to see his identification. These aren't the droids we're looking for.